Hi guys, it's Sophia. Stay tuned for my get ready and talking about my top 9 from Boys Planet 999. Okay, so let's get started with the makeup. Obviously I already have my wig on. And while I do my makeup, we're just gonna talk about my overall Boys Planet picks and stuff like that. So, as many of you know, Boys Planet is a show that contains 93 boys who are trainees under different companies as well as independent trainees. And the goal of the show is basically to create a global K-pop boy group, kind of like the girl version of Kepler. If you watch Girls Planet 999, which was also MNET'S last survival show. But this time around, the debut lineup is 100% decided by fans, which is why I'm making this video, because I have favorites, you have favorites, and we really need to talk about them to support and also convince others who are Boys Planet watchers to vote in the app and make sure our men get the top 9. I wanted to talk about my top 9. So my top 9, I'm going to actually start from my 9th position and go to my 1st position. Okay, so my 9th place is Lee Ho-taek, aka Huey from Pentagon. So as you know, Huey is a idol who has had years and years of experience, not only performing, but also producing and writing for other groups such as 101 from MNET'S survival show Produce 101. He's a part of the K group, so the Korean group members who are training. He sings, he songwrites, he produces. I loved him in Pentagon. Like, tell me you were not there listening to Shiny and literally dying anytime that song played, because it was literally your adrenaline rush of the year. He is a powerhouse, honey. Literally, did you see his audition tape with Blackpink's Shutdown? Come on! He didn't need to flaunt that skill, but he did. Because he's like, we're all participating, but don't think I didn't show up. And I know how talented he is. And him being the oldest in the competition is something to kind of like talk about a lot. Because is this experience good? Or does this make him a threat, or like, not a threat, but like, is having all that experience the best thing? Because then he's like set in his ways and he's not giving off the like vibe of all the other young trainees, or he's not as fresh as the other ones. I don't know. It's like the double-ended sword, I honestly believe. But he is my number 9 pick. And then my number 8, his name is Han Yoo-jin. So Han Yoo-jin, he actually performed Kick It, and he was the visual center of that group for his first performance. He got an all-star rating. He's a part of the K group, and he received a lot of praise, not just for his visuals, but his dance ability, which kind of made him stand out to me. And I kind of been looking forward to all his performances ever since. But due to episode 2 and his most recent episodes and his falling of ranking from 2 to 3, he's kind of lost his shine. Like, he's lost his confidence. And because of that, he's not standing as much out as he should. But they also are pitting him. So it seems like MNET is pushing him. And I don't mind it, because I really think he has a lot of potential. Like, from that first performance, he's only had like a year and a half of training and he danced that great. Like, come on. He's so talented. And I just imagine that if he goes through the survival show, he will just pop. But he is my number 8. Number 7 is Kim Dae-vin. I think that's how you say it, or Gyuvin. But he is a part of K group. He was also part of the Kick It team in episode 1 for his audition. He really stood out to me because I mean, he's gorgeous. He was gorgeous in the teasers of Boys Planet. But he literally, like, pulled up and was like, hey, I want to audition. I want to show you guys what I can do outside of the number we did as a group. And it really did get him that 4th gold star. And just like you did, his confidence and star ranking did go down in the 2nd episode for the Signal song. And his potential is just as like good as Yujin, I feel like. So I'm excited for them. He's my number 7. I will be looking out for him, and I'm hoping you vote for him too. My number 6 is Sung Hanbin. Sung Hanbin took the center position in the Signal song. He's so talented. I don't need to speak much. He literally is going to debut regardless of what I say about him. He is so talented. I love that his mom is dedicating to her restaurant or her coffee place, her cafe, to him until the end of the show. I think that's so smart. And I hope she has much success with that kind of marketing towards her business. He is so talented. He's definitely going to end up number 1 on the show, but he is my number 6 overall. Number 5. Sok Matthew. So Sok Matthew, I did not know about this man at all. Like, I saw all the trainees when they released all the trainees photos and stuff like that. His visual didn't really stick out to me. I just thought, oh, he's cute, you know, nothing too special. Once episode 1 aired, I was like, okay, maybe I should add him to my debut lineup, because I felt like his performance of Jay Park's All I Want to Do was so good, and he's so stable, and he's filled that stage when he's just one person, and it kind of gave me flashback to Jungwon from Enhypen when he sang that in their survival show with Mnet Island. So I really liked it. I thought, wow, this man does it for me. And also, I can't stand his relationship with Sung Hanbin, another contestant on the show. They are too cute. They both trained under Cube for a while, and they got really close. And that just personality and like their relationship makes me literally want to cry and die. So I had to add him on this lineup. And with his dance capability and his sweet personality shining more and more each episode, it softens my heart just a little bit. And I was like, no, I can't go without him. I'm sorry. My sweet Canadian boy. I need him in my life. In 4th position is Kim Ji-woong. So Kim Ji-woong, he is a Korean trainee. He is part of the K group. He used to be an idol, and then his idol dreams kind of fell through twice. He started doing acting, which you might know him from some of his BLs, and that's where I found out about him, and then I just followed his like whole discography of what he's done in his life. But I think he is really handsome. So of course I followed him a little on Instagram, and then when I found out he was on the show, I was like, oh, he's on here. Mr. Vampire's on here, right? Let me tell you, they are pushing how hot and sexy he is on a daily. And I know he's hot and sexy, but I also feel like he is so much more. Like, his talent is so good. Like, he was a dancer. He's a rapper. He's literally a fucking actor. Like, he is a triple, quadruple threat, right? Anyway, they're just pushing that sexy narrative, and I want to see more from him. And I'm super excited to see his next performance in episode 4 of Boys Planet. He actually had moved down on my ranking from 2nd place to 4th place, just because there's other trainees that I did not know of that I feel like their talent shines so much, and if they're not a part of the lineup, I will literally cry. Number 3, Haruto. So he is a part of the G group. He's a Japanese trainee. Haruto actually first stood out to me in JYP in Size Loud, aka the group that gave us TNX. After the show was a free agent, so he opened up an Instagram, and he was so fucking funny. Like, his jokes and like constantly trolling all of us who followed him and just like literally mocking the competition as a whole. He literally showed how funny he was, that he's a multilingual king, and just like how human-like these idols are. So I've been following him ever since, and I was so surprised to see him on the show. And even now, he does not stop with his iconic trolling, even in the show. So I love him so much. I like that they incorporated the part that, like, he's so talented, and he has these funny moments too about him being like tone deaf in episode 2. But he slays. He's an all-star. He's a great dancer and a great rapper. And in Love Me Right, him and Jay carried the performance. I don't care what you say. Number 2 is Jay. Insert Jay. So I didn't even know about him until the show started in episode 1. And him and his ad libs to Rush Hour and his overly confident self literally was so attractive. I won't shut up about him to anybody. Like, I was telling the girls at my work, I was like, I know you don't care about K-dramas or K-pop or anything like that, but you need to see this man. He is so hot, sings so good, so talented. I'm obsessed with him. And ever since day 1, episode 1, he has been my favorite trainee. Like, I'm hooked. Like, I am alcohol free. That's just you. He's just phenomenal. His tone, great. I noticed in episode 2 that even though he's not the best dancer, he did not feel less confident, I guess, because he still went out there and asked people for help. He's like, I know I'm not the best dancer. Can you help me? Can you go over that step with me? And he worked on it, and he was motivated because he really wants this to happen. Like, he wants his dream to happen for him. So I think that's very attractive. Like, if you are not afraid to ask for help, man, you are hot. So I was super excited, and I was like over the moon when I saw that, and I was like, wow, he's so good looking, and he's hot, and he knows when to ask for help. Green flags, right? I'm so happy that he did ask for that, because he did keep his all-star rating. And he just shows that he literally will work so hard, and he is so talented, and not to underestimate him. So when this previous episode showed up, episode 3, they're doing a challenge between K group and the G group, and he's part of G group, and he's going to be singing Love Me Right. And his position, aka lead vocalist, is going against Lee Ho-taek. And we already talked about this. Lee Ho-taek is a powerhouse, okay? So he knew it would be challenging, but his tone is phenomenal, that he knows he himself is also a powerhouse and not to be reckoned with. So his performance literally has me in a chokehold already. Like, I watch it every single day. I love it so much. He is so hot with his ad-libs and just his presence. I cannot shut up about him enough. I made my mom watch it like 6 times. I was like, mom, this guy. And she's like, Sophia, I've already watched this. I'm like, I know, but like, this guy, come on, this guy. So yeah, I'm super excited to see K Group's version of the performance, Love Me Right. But I think him and Haruto really carried the group and G's performance. So I am voting for him all the way, and now he's like literally my second place. My number 1, I literally cry at night thinking about what happens if he doesn't debut. Just because he has such a special place in my heart. And I think Mnet is doing him dirty. Mnet is not giving him the recognition he needs. Mnet is painting him in the worst light possible. And despite his talent, just like in the 3rd episode, he will be picked last. And it makes my heart hurt. I'm talking about my first ranking, Park Gun-wook. Park Gun-wook is a part of the K group. He's under Jellyfish Entertainment. I didn't find out about Park Gun-wook through the show. I found out about him when I was watching the show Wild Idol. Wild Idol was where I found out about Tan, which is my literally alt group. Like, they are my second alt group. I found out about him on there. He was super cute, super bubbly, so talented, amazing singer. Like, he is a rapper, for goddamn sake. And he literally showed up. Like, he pulled up with vocals, visuals, dancing, rapping capabilities. And it hurt so bad. He literally was like right there at the edge of the competition, almost about to join the team. And the one thing the judges kept saying that he lacked confidence. And I think that really hurt him, because that show wasn't based on solely just audience ranking. It was also audience and judges' scores overall. So he did not make it into the final lineup. He did not make it into Tan. And when I saw him on Boys Planet, I literally cried. I told my mom, I go, wait, I know this boy. Because I watched the music video, the performance video for the whole song of the Signal song. And I was like, wait, this boy looks so familiar. Wait, no way, right? I could not believe he would do that again. Like, he did a survival show again, right? And I was like, oh my God, my baby, he's on the show. Oh my God, I'm going to watch it. So he's the main reason I'm watching Boys Planet 9 at night. But Mnet is doing my man dirty. They are kind of pushing him as a villain on the show. I don't know if it's intentional or not, or they just want to show how confident he is, and that is turning people off, because some people are saying he's cocky and he's not that good. He is that good. He should be confident in his skills, and that is pushing that light, that he's cocky and he's mean, evil, and that is not him. He has to be confident, because that's why he lost the other competition. In episode 3, they showed a slight difference in that lighting. How he was the last one standing, and it's because people were afraid of him because he's so good, and people didn't want to choose him because what will he make them look like? And he helped Han-hee, another contestant, put together the K-group's Kill This Love team. I think they did phenomenal. Like, I was honestly super duper schmooper impressed by their performance. Like, at the end of the day, I was so shocked that they did so good, and he had me in chokehold the whole time he performed. And I think it clearly showed his talents and his capabilities as an artist, because he really commands the stage. Like, were you looking at anybody else during the performance? I wasn't. I was like, they're all good, but like, come on. He literally told Han-hee, like, if anybody feels unconfident, hide behind me, and I am so big, I will carry the performance for you. Like, we can do this, right? And he really motivated his team members, which showed he was kind of a good leader. I know Han-hee was considered the leader, but it was really my man Park Gun-wook. And I cried at the end of the show, because they lost, and it was really sad. Like, I really had hope, but I also knew, like, because the performance wasn't 100, they weren't gonna make it. They weren't gonna pass G group, and he felt so bad. And I'm glad they switched that narrative, and they showed that he is vulnerable and he cares about people, and he's not all confident all the time. And they showed it just a smidge, but I was so glad they did, because him crying about how he failed his team and he wished he could have done better for them, it showed that little Gun-wook from Wild Idol all over again. That made me feel so loved towards him. So I was glad that they showed it. And hopefully people will change their minds about him overall. But I personally will never stop loving Gun-wook, and he will always be my number one, no matter what he does. And I will follow him even if he doesn't make the debut lineup. And if he doesn't, I literally will cry. Like, I will literally throw my computer. I won't shave off my head because that's a little too far, but I will literally cry for the next 20 years, and I will eagerly wait for his debut elsewhere. But I'm praying he makes it on Boys Planet. I'm praying, because then he can get a bigger platform. But I think I'm done with my makeup. So let me fix my hair and then we will close this video out. Let me know if you want to see more about my opinions on the episodes as a whole. Yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Definitely vote for your top 9. But if you want to be really nice, you can vote for Park Gun-wook and Sung Han-min and all my favorites as well. Okay,